Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a first perspective on things. And I was sitting at the table, we're going to be talking about that damn Draymond Green and his nonsense. But before we even get into that, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is CTABANZ. You want to follow the channel on Instagram, same name as the channel, Dreamers Pro. And if you want today's full show before it comes out on YouTube, stream for free. Dreamers Pro podcast. We have pinned below. So I had unfortunately I had to listen to Draymond Green today talk, which is always a tough thing for me. I'm sorry. Y'all be loving it. Y'all be thinking Draymond be saying stuff innovative. I don't. So what happened? As you guys know, Stephen A. Smith absolutely unloaded on some of these NBA players when talking about this 65 game minimum rule that the NBA put in place. So he was talking about that, and then we all know Joel Embiid got injured, and I think that he was just 3 games shy of not being able to qualify for that award. And people were like, so what happens now, and all of those different things, right? So what happens? Then Draymond Green decides to chime into the situation, and he releases the show on his channel, The Draymond Green Show. And in this clip, he's there talking about this new rule. And then Draymond Green starts going into, why you putting people in harm's way and all of this other stuff. And I'm sitting there listening to Draymond, and I'm like, what is Draymond Green even talking about? But before we even get into Draymond Green's comments, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Cries. Cries is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit matchup up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And once again, once you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is play exactly what Draymond Green had to say about this new 65 game rule or whatever it is, minimum. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Draymond Green had to say here.
Joel Embiid left the game tonight with an injury. Number one, prayers up. Hope it's not bad. We know one of the stars and bright spots in this league, MVP, well on his way to a back-to-back MVP, which leads us to our next conversation, which is Joel playing tonight felt very much so because of the 65 game limit that we actually talked about once before on the pod. And in talking about that on the pod, I don't remember what I said verbatim, but I remember the gist of what I said, which was something along the lines of, everybody's happy with this 65 game rule until you got a bum on all NBA team, until you got somebody that's not totally deserving to be the MVP of the league because someone else didn't qualify before the game because of this game limit. Now, where I think is actually quite bullshit myself is to incorporate something at this point, a rule like 65 games need to be played in order to win an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year, All-NBA. Guys didn't face those rules before, but those same All-NBA teams, those same MVP awards lists, Defensive Player of the Year, those lists are the same. Like when the guys who win those awards this year pop up on the list that they'll be added to, or once again, it won't say, and by the way, they reached the 65 game limit to make that. Like, it's bullshit. Like, that hasn't been a rule. So essentially, to make guys live up to a certain standard that wasn't the standard before to make these teams, but yet you only go on the same team, there's no added bonus. no added incentive for these things. So you end up on the same list as the guys who back in the day played and may not have played 65 games but still made the list. I told you I once lost a Defensive Player of the Year award to Kawhi Leonard, and I think he played 51 games. So whoever wins Defensive Player of the Year this year, it isn't going to say, but he played 65 games. That's bullshit. And so in turn, you get Joel, who comes out there tonight because he's 3 games away from not qualifying to win MVP, and he forces it. And Freak played with him and JK diving for the ball, but maybe it's not as bad if the knee isn't already banged up, right? And so now, because, like Joel, if I get it. Like, you want to win MVP. You worked that hard, put the work in that he's put in to get better and continue to play at that level on a nightly basis. Of course you want to win MVP. So, you force it, you get out there, and you put yourself in harm's way, and then Joel Embiid is hurt now. Now, again, prayers up for Joel, as we hope it's not something too serious. But is that the goal? Is the goal putting people in harm's way just so they can qualify for an award?
So you heard what Draymond Green had to say. What is Draymond Green even talking about? This is the question we all got to ask ourselves before we even get in. Like, what is Draymond talking about? Are you trying? Okay, why would the NBA try to put its players in harm's way? That's number one. Number two, if Joel Embiid knew that there was a probability that he may get injured, maybe he shouldn't have played that game. But you say, well, you want to win the MVP. Oh, so do you want to prioritize your health, or do you want to prioritize individual accolades? The fact of the matter is simply this. These dudes are the reason that this rule exists. These dudes, this crop, the cupcake era, are the reason that this rule even exists. It's these dudes. Because if you look at generations from the past, they never had to put these type of stipulations in place. Guys just went out there and did their bloody job and earned their keep. But now, guys feel this need of, you got to incentivize me. You got to incent, because NBA players today feel like it's a right to be in the NBA instead of a privilege. They feel it's their right, their birthright to be in the NBA, when it's not. Globalization is taking place. Whether you like it or not, it's a real thing. Some people are for it, some people are against it. I get both sides. The NBA is reaching a new place where it's like, we want the stars that are going to best represent our league. Now you see they're going towards a more international game. You got Victor Wembanyama. He's one of the biggest things in the NBA. You got Luka Doncic. You got Nikola Jokic. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm sorry to say, as an American players are not serious. You know what? I'm just going to say, we're not serious. And I don't want to get into this, FBA and all of this bull. You were not born. I don't care. When I walk into the United States, when I walk into the airport, I show my American passport. The last time I checked, I am a bloody American. I don't care if my family came 20 generations. It don't matter. I'm speaking as an American. Now, if you want to take that away from me, then you must be some type of dictator who determines who's American and who's not. As an American speaking, African American, Nigerian American, whatever the hell you want to call it, we are not serious. We are not serious. I'm sorry. A lot of us dudes are not serious. We're more concerned about looking fly, looking good for the honeys, and not putting in the work. I am sorry. We need to sit up. And American fans that watch the game are growing tired. They're like, if you dudes are not serious, we're going to start supporting other players. We don't care if whether or not you're born in Cincinnati or Florida or wherever the hell it is. If you're going to go out there and put out a great product and work your tail off and play fantastic basketball, we are going to support you. Y'all on some bull. You know what I want to say. Y'all took something that was predominantly dominated by African American players, and you had players before you, generations before you, that actually took pride in playing in the NBA, went out there and did their job, wore their hard hats, and earned their keep. And now we got to a position where you dudes got so comfortable and got so relaxed and thought it was your birthright to be in the NBA that y'all don't even care. Let's get to the heart. Y'all don't care. You can't be bothered. How do I know this? I listened. You watched the last All-Star game. Did you see the last All-Star game? Mike Malone described it as the worst basketball game he has ever seen in his life. You look at the Lakers when they won that playing season tournament. Do you remember how hyped they were for that $500,000? And LeBron was like, man, that $500,000, we got to get that five. The only reason those dudes were so hyped is because they knew they could play for money that wasn't guaranteed, and they had an opportunity to go get more money. The minute they came back to the regular season and they knew that those checks was guaranteed, they sat back and relaxed. They sat back and relaxed. It's because of this cupcake era that we in, where dudes don't take pride no more. And it's the reason that the product is where it is today. So nobody wants to hear Draymond Green and these guys complain, because your predecessors never had this issue. So it's you dudes. It's you dudes. They built the league and you guys turned it into the marshmallow era. They were all playing Kobe and all of that. That's why I don't care about these. Oh, wait, this guy didn't play. So if Kobe could play, why can't you play? If Kobe could do it, and he's better than all you dudes, why can't you dudes do it? Because y'all feel like y'all above it all. Kobe, Jordan, all of these guys, Karl Malone, all of them, they actually cared about the fans and the customers. And all you dudes are doing is whining. Y'all better sit up. The NBA don't care if it's an American thing or bad. They don't care. They're about making money and expanding their game. If they could get a great player from Jupiter, they'll get him. Y'all dudes are joking. Globalization is real, and y'all need to sit the hell up. I'ma say it. Forget about what these dudes is telling you. I'ma say it. This is the softest era ever. This one right here. These are my thoughts. Whoever feel a type of way can feel a type of way. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.